guys, it's the old Crypto Kingdom here. Got a few things that we're going to go over here today. The first one is, let's talk about how you're securing your assets. If you don't have anything, my suggestion of what I use is a ledger. That way you don't have, I would say not keep more than $10,000 on an exchange if you feel comfortable with that much. I usually let it ride around $10,000 and everything else I move to my ledger. They're really great things to have. As you see, it comes on and then you got your passcode that you put in, which is a 8-digit passcode. You set it up, you'll have 24 words that you'll have to write down somewhere and then put back in to secure your ledger. Now, my suggestion is put 3 or 4 different pieces of paper, give them to people, hide them somewhere. That way, if you lose one, you can always recover your money from your ledger. Second thing is, we'll have to do a video on teaching you how to go from crypto. I know I've taught a lot of y'all how to do it, but go from crypto exchanges to your ledger. And that's a lot of part, same kind of idea that you'd go from your exchange to your bank account, or from your bank account to your exchange. You do it the same way as you would in a ledger, but you'll have to plug it in. You'll have to put your passcode in every time you send it to it. Now, once you do it a few times, you can do it without using the ledger plugged in, but to be able to get it off, you will have to have it plugged in and put those passcodes. That makes it more secure. So, with that being said, we'll jump right into today's. Today's been a really great day in the Bitcoin market. I know I've talked to a few people today, and I've actually got my dad on the exchange today, and he's extremely happy and bought into a bunch of stuff that I suggested. So we'll see how he does tomorrow, and I'll keep you updated. But today, let's talk about some of the ones that I would invest in for tomorrow. Now, I told y'all before, I'm a big into crypto.com. I've got a bunch of NFTs. I'm on the exchange. I own a bunch of their coins. So just to let you know, I am an investor in that part of it. There is no sponsorship from them for me to say this, but I do have a lot of faith in crypto.com, seeing what they're doing and how they're investing in a bunch of stadiums, a bunch of banks, a lot of different things they're doing. So crypto.com, if you bought into it the other day when it was 8 cents, it is now up to, let's see where we're at, 19 cents right now. So, but if we could go back and, Saturday when I said, hey, buy crypto.com, it was at 10 cents that day. So we're making 50% past that, so you're almost 100% up. Another percent, you'll be 100% up on your money. You basically doubled your money. Now, let's get into the good stuff. Bonk. A lot of meme coins are going crazy right now. Everybody is seeing Bitcoin rise. It is actually at the top. Bitcoin right now has hit all-time highs. It's at 69.1 right now as we're doing this video. So let's plan on everything else going back to where we need it to be from here out. So if you look back at some of your coins back in the bull run of last year, that's expected of where the coins will be at probably a month from now. I would say 20 to 25 days. Now, with all that's going on right now, I just got through looking at a graph where the demand and the supply, and the demand isn't meeting where what you can supply right now. The supply is only like a 6,000 and a few hundred Bitcoin a week, and the demand of what they're buying in is at 30,000 a week. And that's just with your ETFs. That's not got anything to do with retail or any banks or anything else. Now, I know JP Morgan, news on JP Morgan is they're buying a ton of Bitcoin right now, and they're trying to keep it out of the market because they're telling everybody don't do it. They've even told their employees that if they do it, they're gonna fire them. But they're going over on the backside and buying as much as they can buy at a time. Now that says a lot. That should shout a lot to a lot of people. A lot of people are like, oh, we're going to have a bounce back. We are going to have a correction because a lot of people that were in the market, retail people that were in the market last year, when they hit this all-time high again, they're going to wait a little bit, make a little bit of profit, and they're going to sell off. So I expect it will go back down to maybe high 59s, low 60s within the next week or two. And then what's going to happen is it's going to kick off and we'll go way higher now. I think we'll be around 75 to 80 probably by the end of next week. We are expected with the new stuff that are happening, the new with Ethereum, they're fixing the new programming that's about to go through with Ethereum. They are expecting an ETF also. So I see a lot of money coming from Bitcoin that they sell off going straight into Ethereum. And we're not far from the all-time highs there. We're only about $800 from the all-time high on Ethereum. Sorry. I'm just getting over a cold. Let's see here. With the market right now, so if we're looking at the 24-hour and with the RSI, we are on fire. Doge is up 34%. Let's see, another good one that everybody's jumping all on, which is crypto.com. It's up another 20% since yesterday. Pepe, all the meme coins are up probably 30 to 40%. It looks like Bonk is up 30%. Shiba is up 50% since yesterday, so a total of 80% basically in a 24-hour period. Got some new ones that I'm looking at, which is Sats. Let's see here. I did buy some Jamesy coin. I think that's going to do really good. It was at $4.99 at the end of the Bitcoin cycle last year, last cycle 4 years ago, and it dropped down to all the way down to 1 cent, and it's at 2.5 now. So I bought $500 today of Jamesy, and I do think it'll go up to at least $1, maybe $2, and during sometime in the next, I would say 5 months. I wouldn't say it's going to be a quick one. There's a lot of cash that's got to go through it. But let's talk about the top coins right now. So if you want to look at some of the top gainers was Numbers, which was what I put into Numbers Protocol. I told a lot of y'all about I was doing on Saturday, and I did get a 500% return on my money. Pepe is a leader. Tribe is a leader. Golan is a leader. All of that would be in my 15%, so I like to do a pie. And I did this for somebody tonight. So if you take 50% of your buys, if you're just getting in, need to go into Bitcoin. 25% I'd put in Ethereum. I'd probably put another 10% of my assets into Cardano, and then I'd use the next 15% to buy a lot of these little coins that I think is going to do 10 to 15x. Now that's if you want to play it safe. That's usually the top 100, or if you're going to do your pie that way and stay safe money, I'd go Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, XRP, crypto.com, and then I would do all your little small caps to stay safe. But, I'm not a financial advisor. I want to say that. I know that's a big thing with a lot of people is want to make sure to tell them we're not a financial advisor. We've just been in the cycle for now going on 5.5, 6 years, so I've seen one cycle. And I do follow a lot of YouTubers out there just to stay up with what they know, because a lot of people know a lot more than I do, and I'm just trying to help out the kingdom. It's all about the kingdom for us to do this and be able to help people make money. No other reason than that. I have no other agenda other than just want to help people out and want to further the kingdom with that money. So a lot of my profits are going to go straight to the kingdom. I've actually set some of my assets that I purchased strictly for nothing but the kingdom. So let's start there. So like I said, I'm in it for different reasons than a lot of people. Yes, I want to make a lot of money. Yes, I want you to make a lot of money. But I think at the end of the day, it's all about using that money for things that you can't take with you. So with that being said, let's jump right into what I think I'm going to buy tomorrow. So with that, I will be buying some Superverse. It's 10% down, so it's a good time to purchase it. I am going to buy some Shape Shift Fox. It's 5% down. And I am going to buy some Curve tomorrow, and it's actually 11% up. But Curve last year, if we can look at it real quick. Let's see here. If we look at the all-time highs on Curve, it came in at $60.50, and even in February of 2022, $6.80. So notice at the end of the bull market, it was, like I said, $60.50. When we had that little spurt in 2022, it jumped up to $6.80 on the way down. And you can buy it, you could have all-time lows, it looks like it might have been 40 cents or something like that, but now it's at 74 cents. For the hour, or the daily, I should say, it's up 11%. So that's showing me a turnaround. Looking at the RSI, it's underbought, so we should be able to buy some of that pretty cheap right now. And I think we'll get a good uprising in the next few days on it. And just for everybody that don't know what Curve is, it's basically a market maker. Protocol is what it's used for. So it basically tells the market and stable coins how to minimize their losses or maximize their profits. It's basically all about liquidity pools and being able to use the different assets, to looking at different assets, and it allows programs to be wrote on it. So it's really good program. I really liked it last year. I own a bunch of Curve. The ticker on that CRV, so that'll be a good one to get with. It runs a lot with the Polkadot and Story. Story's another good one that we'll talk about in another session. Let's see. The next ones I would say would be Optimism. Optimism's a great one to purchase. It's down right now at 388. It's down a little bit, so I see it got potential for at least 10 to 20% tomorrow. Let's look at the graph here. It's one of those that's been steady rising, but it's been a slowly buy. So in a week, we're not up much in a week, so I think it's time for it to go. The next one would be XRP. I think XRP is about to pop. Cardano's already started to shoot a little bit up. And the only one we haven't seen take off is XRP here. Let's get to XRP. See where we're at right now and see what the graph looks like. Yeah, so it is up, it's starting to climb. I think it'll pop off this next week. Just in one day, we're at 5%. It's a steady move of 1% in the last couple hours, so we're still in it low. The week it's up 20%. So it's a steady climber, and the graph looks really good. If you go to the monthly graph, you can see how far it's grown in the last week. We've probably seen about a 20% growth, maybe 30% in the last week, because it's straight up, and this graph looks amazing to me. But I think XRP is the next one that's fixing to pop. And let's go back to the last one that I want to talk about, which is Shiba Inu. It's been the number one maker for today. It's up 94% for the day. Now, it doesn't do a lot. It doesn't have a lot of use cases for utility, but Dogecoin usually runs it. And what happens is when you got these meme coins running, normally the network that it's under, like the Solana network, Ethereum network, or Avalanche network, one of those start to pop, and then these move, and then all your micro ones move, which we'll talk about tomorrow on a short, is the micro ones that you definitely want to try to get into if you can get on the exchange that will sell them to you. I know Coinbase does offer a Coinbase wallet, and if you can buy on Coinbase wallet and transfer funds back and forth between it, you're actually buying the token before it hits Coinbase, Binance, or Crypto.com. The only problem is your fees are outrageous. So you have to kind of watch and manage if you're going to buy enough to make the fees worth it, because if not, you just need to wait until it goes to the exchange, which you're not getting a really good deal unless you're buying a lot of it. So with that being said, there are places to be able to buy things outside the exchange. Now, I think that's got all my top ones I'm purchasing tomorrow. The micro ones we'll talk about tomorrow too, which I'll give you a little heads up so you can do some research on them. It's Baby Troll, Baby, Grok, and Blaze X. Those three I think is going to be the micro ones that cap off, so if you can get in those before they pop off, you'll be in good shape with those. I think that's pretty much it for today's episode, and like I said, if you can help me by hitting that like button, subscribing to it, I'll keep making these as much as y'all want. And just if you want to comment underneath and let me know what you'd like for me to do to let you know about. I know about every coin, so I can give you the research behind them if you want me to talk about just a few. If you'll just put that in the comments, and I'll be glad to do that on one of these episodes, and hopefully it'll give you the information you need. So with that being said, be blessed.